Shots Fired Podcast, in association with Ashy Entertainment, brings to you the Sunday Night Rant with Simon Phoenix. Tap in. Go.
Hello and welcome to Shots Fired with your boy Simon Phoenix and the voice, your boy Danny Jizzle. Faux shizzle. It's just us two today. Nobody behind the camera. We doing solo dolo, so we're gonna give you a 30-minute show. What we on today? How about you? How's your day? What's going on?
What's good with me? I'm gravy, baby. You already know, man. Doing what it do. I can't complain.
I dig it. You know, I can't complain, but I won't.
Don't nobody want to hear that shit. No, that's the thing right there. Nobody.
So
nobody knows.
Should we get into it?
The trouble I've seen. Face. Took me a minute to pull that joke all the way out. I'm sorry.
Right.
But if you can entertain you, then you doing most of the job. Sure, we can get into it.
What you want to get into first, sir?
I mean, there's so much fuckery to get into. So, you know me, man. I'm down for whatever street you wanna get down with the get down. How about this? Let's start with the first hood story and then or hood-ish story. Let's start there.
The hood-ish story?
Yeah, let's start with the hood-ish story.
That'd be, what are you talking about, Anthony Edwards, or we talking Jim Jones? So?
Didn't feel like both of those could be hood.
I mean, Jim Jones really is hood, though. You know what I mean? We talk about gangsterism and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Let's jump into the Jim Jones, and then we'll go from there. You gonna do the setup, or you want me to set it up? I have no problem with setting it up.
I got it.
I'm like John Stockton, baby.
I got it. I'm literate. Excuse me. Let me spit that out. Listen, so Jim Jones on the Breakfast Club saying that he's a blood but doesn't participate in gang activity.
Gang.
He is likening his association with the affiliation of the Bloods like it is a fraternal tie, per se. And that's what he's likening his participation, not only his participation in the gang, but what the gang is just another fraternal organization, per se. That's what's being stated. He says, what's the difference? Snoop wears Crip colors all day long. Nobody says nothing to him.
I can answer that. I can answer that.
Who knew you would have an answer?
Me, because it's my goddamn show. I like to talk shit. Now, that being said, it's very simple. Snoop walked into the game. Crip. He was Crip from day one.
He was doing all this shit from day one?
He lived that whole life. So he has the right to then Crip it up and say, yes, when I was younger, I was active. Now I'm no longer active, but I am highly affiliated. He has the right to say that, because what he's really saying is, in my youth, I was a knucklehead. I did some knucklehead shit. But now that I'm a rap star and I have millions of dollars and own a record label, I'm not out here doing drive-bys anybody. No, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not getting involved in none of y'all fuckery. But those of you who would like to do legitimate business, I'm down for that. Those of you who have lived a good life and you see me representing because that's part of my life that I lived, yeah, I'm representing because that's part of my life. But I'm not doing that currently. And there's nothing wrong with that kind of behavior in my view. I ain't nobody though, so do with that as you please. Your thoughts?
So that's Snoop's scapegoat. We talk about Jim Jones.
So if you asking me now to give my opinion on Jim Jones. Mine is this, bro. From the stories that we got of you, you didn't jump off the porch. You definitely wasn't claiming
You wasn't in
bloods.
the trenches like that?
Yeah, you definitely wasn't claiming bloods and shit like that before this rap shit. So to the outside world, it looks like you're doing it based on clout, based on street cred. You needed both. I think it was a way for you to extend your career if you want to keep it 100.
Oh, tippy top and shit.
In the words of Thorough Rail, yep.
Okay. So now that we've had that discussion, what about his likening it to belonging to Alpha Chi Mega Say?
I'm gonna say no because fraternities are not attached directly to crime.
But
and I can understand what your pushback would be, saying that fraternities in some ways were based off of other fraternities that kind of did morph into gang shit. But I would push back on that and say their original thing wasn't gang shit. And when they did do gang shit, you know what I'm saying, whether you're talking about, you know, the Assassin's Creeds movement of the Templars, let's say, you know, that's a fraternal order, and then the Assassins within that turned and did what they did. But their whole legacy isn't wrapped around that, nor does it continue to be prevalent right in the moment that they're doing that.
That we know of.
This is true. That we know of. That was a bad example to use because I left the door open to you. Like, oh man, they still out here killing people. You ain't know.
Murking motherfuckers on the daily. We don't know nothing about this shit because we don't pay attention as Americans.
The Illuminati. I'm with you.
We do not pay attention as Americans.
I've always seen the gang culture thing as like, okay, even if I give you a pass on saying one gang was started based on this, both weren't based on that same ideology. And unfortunately for him, he's using it as a shield to say, oh, I'm just affiliated. But then it makes it even look weirder because we already know NY wasn't known for Bloods and Crips before, let's say 205, maybe we'll give you 2000 at the best.
If you was to ask me what gangs I would affiliate with New York, I'd probably say something like some El Rookins or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Something with the Latins.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, something like that. But like blocks and gangs, like yes. Bloods and Crips? Nah, bro. We never thought that. So even if you did have it, you didn't have it at a space where they was like running shit and they was big like they are now. Like now they got real Bloods and Crips out there.
Right.
Like they deep. You know what I'm saying?
They're
like,
blooding and cripping out there.
Yeah, they deep out there. So, you know, they got some power, they got some movement going, you know, they doing their thing.
You can't see my feet work, but you know.
He doing the shoe wiggle. He is not doing the right dance. That is the shoe wiggle. When old people move their feet fast like they doing something.
Man, why you gotta bust me out, bro? I was gonna say my feet is doing the damn thing down here.
Nah, man, I gotta let them know the truth.
That's not cool, sir. That's not cool.
So, I think him doing that and then trying to add that to it is more or less him using it as a shield and then saying, well, I'm not involved in criminal activity. I'm just over there kicking it with him. But I'm like, bro, you like 50. Literally, you like 50 years old. Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is weird at this point, bro. You too old for this shit.
Alpha Omega Psi, sir.
Nah, man. I mean, I get it, but nah, bro. I don't buy it from you. That's my take on it.
Listen,
I don't buy it from you.
Listen, most fraternal orders are not predominantly involved in criminal activities, but some of their members are, and I suppose that's what he's saying.
No, that's not because then you would say what would be the bigger part of that, right? So would you say in mass, most people who are Kappas are criminals? No, you would say that's somewhere around 2 to 3%, right? Like it should be, you know what I'm saying? Like it's some little ass number. I'm not saying that ain't no Kappas out there stealing money and running complete crime rings,
right?
But I am saying like that's not 9 out of 10 of them. And when you go and ask somebody about Bloods and Crips, they like 9 out of 10. I met one, and he lived on the block, and they was like, we gonna let you be in the gang, but you can't gang bang because you get a 4.0. He's the exception. You know what I'm saying?
That's the exception to the rule. Don't nobody fuck with dude.
he's smart. Or the good athlete,
Right.
same thing. You know what I'm
Leave
saying?
him alone.
A lot of gang members will have you be like, yo, this is block and we gonna protect you. So you gang, but you ain't gang. You can't participate in none of this. You going to the league, you know what I'm saying? We know you gonna go to college. You've been killing niggas out here.
It happens.
We not doing that. And you know, and I see that a lot in gang activity. So nah, Mero, nah. Like the flip-flop don't work. It just don't. It sounds good though. It does. It sounds good as a defense.
I belong. I got jumped in. Y'all got jumped in.
Well, gang.
We got hazed. You got hazed. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, sir.
They told me to go steal some panties. They told you to go do a drive-by. It's the same thing, bro. Same thing, bro. They told me to cheat on this math assignment. They told you to push this brick. It's the same thing, bro.
Same thing, bro. You got to put in your work to get your spot.
Okay, I'm done with you. What's next? I can't even keep this level of BS going. Cause street trash. I won't dare do this to society.
Whatever, gang, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, what's next?
We out here. So the next subject will be, let's go to...
No. You know what we got to do?
What we got to do?
Because Jim Jones is a perfect segue into the best cocaine songs of the 80s.
Why is Jim Jones the best segue?
Because he's supposed to be a superstar dope boy, bro.
He out there selling them bricks, bro.
He's supposed to be...
He fly.
He the capo.
Stay high.
He the capo.
No
it's
lie.
a great way to slide into...
Bowling.
There we go. All day. So, what is the top 5 80s theme songs for cocaine?
So, let me get back to where I was.
All I know is that any list that you bring up, right, that list has to have some classics on it. And when I say classics, I mean, I got to get something like White Lines. I definitely got to get Eric Clapton, Cocaine. Like, to even start this conversation off, the reason we got on this because we was talking about Eric Clapton and how wild the Cocaine song is.
Because it's all straightforward and such.
Straightforward is not the word. Cocaine. I mean, it hitting it hard, too. The hardest. Now, for me, my favorite Cocaine song is Do You Want to Ride?
Do you want to ride?
Ride the white horse. If y'all was doing cocaine and listening to that in the club, then what are y'all sweating to death? Because you was gigging your life away to that shit, bro. You was out there doing some shit like this. You didn't need no rhythm and nothing. You was all shoulders. Off that shit. That shit just going the hardest. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, you definitely was doing the network and everything.
Bro, typewriter and shit out there and shit, bro.
Oh, shit.
Bro, listen. Yes. So, the top 10 from Google, okay? Because I can give you a list from Spotify, and they're not necessarily cocaine songs. But
they're time period?
Time period songs.
Okay. So, what's Google's top?
Google's top 10. White Lines. Don't Do It, Melly Mel, 83.
Okay.
All right.
Classic.
All right. Snowblind, Sticks, which I'm sure I know the song, but it is not coming to mind right now.
Snowblind? Oh, shit. They was doing too much.
Yes, by Sticks. That's 81.
Okay.
Cocaine Eyes, Neil Young, which I know, but it doesn't come to mind.
Cocaine Eyes?
Cocaine Eyes, Neil Young, 1989. Okay? So, then we go to Only Your Friend by Future, PH. I don't know, it's not Future. Future been time traveling, he been selling coke this long. Oh my God. It's not the future that you think it is. PH Future. 1981, Your Only Friend. Okay? And I can see how that title would entail cocaine.
Because that's your only friend.
That would be your only friend, bro.
Once you start doing it, that's all you got.
When you at bottoms, that's what you need. That's what you got to have. That's your only fucking friend. Then we got Snorting Whiskey.
Snorting Whiskey? What the fuck?
Snorting Whiskey. I've never heard the song. Never heard of the song.
Yeah, we definitely should have procured this list a little better.
Pat Travers, 1980.
Pat Travers? Who the fuck is Pat Travers?
Bro, listen, I am.
Somebody get in the comments and tell me if you heard of Pat Travers. And does he make decent to good music?
The lyrics go, snorting whiskey and drinking cocaine.
Your
We're
lyrics
snorting
is whiskey
and drinking cocaine. Got this feeling I'm gonna drive that girl insane.
Oh my goodness. This is the best shit ever. I'm so glad we
You're like
decided
a
on
bad river, baby, all over town. I could go further, but I won't. We're gonna get back to the original list.
Okay.
So that was Snorting Whiskey. Pat Travers. Look it up. I'm sure it's fucking wild. 1980s. My Michelle, Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
My Michelle, Guns N' Roses, 1987. I am a fan. Enjoy the song.
Did you think it was a cocaine song?
Looking back at it and not really recalling no specific lyrics. Not exactly.
Okay, because I would have said no. I would have said no. I wouldn't have thought that was a cocaine song. From the time period, just not the song.
And we got on the rap list, NWA coming in with Dope Man, Dope Man.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely.
Dope Man, Dope Man.
Yeah, that's definitely.
1987. Under Me Slang Tang, Wayne Smith. I don't even know.
Nothing you said sounded like English. None of it. None of it. Didn't even register his words.
Bro, I wish you could. Can you put his picture up if you procure it?
Yeah.
He's a Negro.
Not a Negro.
He is one of us.
He's one of us.
Wayne Smith, Under Me Slang Tang. Slang Tang has become one of the dance hall. Oh, it's reggae. No wonder we don't.
No wonder we wasn't gonna know that one.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. So we're gonna move on.
How many you got left?
2, I believe.
All right. These Jeopardy
Actually,
music.
1. Coke Like the 80s. But that's Rick Ross, and they got it 2014. That don't even count.
No, we ain't gonna take that.
I don't even know why they put him in the top 10.
Look, I'm gonna replace that instantly with
Ride the White Horse.
instantly. That's gotta be there. I don't care what you talking about.
White Lines, Ride the White Horse.
Those gotta be in there, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be in there. Make you dance around like Rick James in the party. I'm trying to tell you. All right, we got like 5 minutes left. You got one more topic and you got one more thing.
I got one more topic.
You got one more thing.
I got one more thing to talk about, and I'm sure it's on the top of all your lists right now.
Okay, what is it?
Anthony Edwards.
Oh, yes.
So,
All right, give us the setup, sir.
So Anthony Edwards is a basketball player.
It's an NBA superstar.
NBA superstar. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to undersell the Negro.
Man's dope. Dunking on people, taking them to the pine.
But
Because when he get done doing you bad, you got to sit on the bench. That's what I mean by taking you to the pine.
All the way to the pine, sir?
Yeah, because you got your ankles broken. You need to go sit down right next to coach.
So he's out here telling baby mamas, look, I'll sign away all my rights and give you the money to raise this child. I just want to sign away my rights. And there's people out here talking bad about him, talking about he's no good, he's a deadbeat, whatever.
Doesn't deadbeat mean that you don't pay any money?
That's what that would mean.
It's a
combination.
Is it a multi-definition word?
It's a combination.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. Because I always thought about it as like you didn't pay no money for them kids.
But it's a combination of both, though.
So the energy that you put into the children count it within your deadbeat meter.
I as a man would say so. How about you?
I'm kind of 50-50 on it. You know what I'm saying? I know what happens when your dad's not in your life, so I feel like everybody's dad should be involved in their life because it keeps you from being a fuck up. That being said, I can understand how there are some dads out there that was like, oh, I really travel for my job and I'm married and I'm not a douchebag and I pay and I do everything for the kids. And when I have time to spend with them, I do. but my job requires me to do this, or those in the military. You know what I'm saying? Or shit like that.
Not barring those folks, because we know those are not truly deadbeat fathers.
Right.
You dig what
But
I'm saying?
the people
That's
who
not
have
what's
the
going
energy
on.
and time to spend with their children and don't.
Yes.
That would, okay. I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes, let's be clear. That's my definition.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
even if you just quarantine it to yourself, I totally understand. Like in my mind, I know a lot of dudes who pick some crazy ass jobs
Bro.
like no one knows about, and then I'm like, does that make them deadbeat dads if they paying? You know what I'm saying? And they doing what they can when they see their
He
children?
gone 3 months, 4 months out.
Yeah, you like work on an oil rig, or you know what I'm saying, or like dads who are police officers. You know, when you're doing that, that's like a 16-hour shift until you get your week off. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you spend your week off catching up on all the shit you're supposed to be doing, and you don't spend a lot of kid time, does that make you a deadbeat?
No.
See,
That makes you a hardworking father.
Yeah, that's what I would envision. Like when people first say it like that, I always think deadbeat is like you're not paying for your children. You're not supplying them with the things in life they need.
No, because some people is unable to do so, and time matters as well, though. You know,
No, I'm with you. That's
I mean?
why I said no. You're right, because I'm a big fan of the time, so I understand that.
Yeah.
So,
but getting back to it,
right.
So the man even tells, from what I'm told, supposedly, allegedly, tells said woman, "Hey, before encounter, I don't want no children." Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And so they're calling him a deadbeat and saying that he's no good because he doesn't raise his children. When stated beforehand that, I don't know, did he state that he would pay for Plan B, or, you know what I'm saying?
The way the story came out kind of lingered to that kind of energy, like, I shot the club up, I'll do whatever, you know, take some Plan B money, whatever. And the person was like, nah, I ain't doing none of that. If it's a baby, I'm keeping it. And they was like, oh, okay, bet. That's how you gonna play your hand. Well, then when the baby come out, I don't want nothing to do with it, and I'll pay for it. I'll pay whatever child support they ask for. I'll pay the child support, and long as this don't go up in a couple years, whatever, you being funny like that. But outside of that, I'll pay for it. I just don't want nothing to do with it, because I
Didn't she try to move it to a better location so she could get the 50-50?
Well, you know, it starts off 100%. So she was just more baffled that he came to court on some lawyer shit.
So,
and then the peanut gallery, being the general public, is more like, you got a lot of women just being like, that's wrong, you're gonna be a deadbeat because you don't want to be in your child's life. For me, I've always looked at it like, if someone told you they didn't want that and they was really gonna stick to their guns, and they had the financial wherewithal to do it, to be like, I'll pay you, but I'm not fucking with you because you did something I asked you not to do. Whether I fucked up or not, I understand that. I fucked up.
And I'm willing to pay for that.
And I'm willing to take care of the part that they say I got 100% due. I'm willing to take care of that. But outside of that, I'm not fucking with you because I told you I didn't want this. And you did it anyway. So here you go. And I think in my mind, that comes off as, at some point in time, you got to explain to your child why daddy don't fuck with them. And the truth really gonna be, he told me not to have you. That this wasn't what he wanted to do, and this is why he not fucking with you. Anything else that you say to that child, when they find out that part, it's gonna be problems. Because then they're gonna be looking at you and being like, well, did you set him up for my existence to get paid?
So and that's what comes into question as well. The case originates in Georgia, I believe. Don't quote me on nothing. She tried to have the venue moved to California where it was more equitable for her.
But yeah, it just sounds like a paper chase at that point. Anytime you start seeing people be like, I want to move to California for any reason with the law, it's a paper chase. If these two people are from Hollywood, but they live in like Maine, they got a real house in Maine, and they get a divorce, and the wife would be like, I'm trying to file in California. Bro, that's a paper chase. It's always what it is. There's no way around it, because everyone knows that California is the most leaning towards women in any of those situations. So that makes it very sticky. So, you know. That's it for me. I ain't got nothing else. And let me check our time, make sure, because you know we
done?
Oh yeah, bro. We done.
Because we slid into cocaine. We had one more subject.
We slid deep. We slid deep into cocaine. That's what happened.
Bro, what brought it up was a wrestler named Cocaine, and this dude in the ring, he knocked this dude out goes to the corner, reaches in his shorts, pulls out an 8-ball, and does an 8-ball in the ring, and proceeds to
whoop ass,
and pin.
There's a lot of ass whooping going on after that. I was in shock.
That was wonderful.
That's because you like shit like that. Get us out of here.
It'd be so out of pocket.
Yeah, it do be out of pocket. Get us out of here, man.
Well, this has been Danny Jizzle for Shizzle and your boy Simon Phoenix for Shots Fired Podcast. We'll get at you.
Holla.
Moo, I got it. Watch out. Yo. It's T Crazy, the real and not the fake. And you tuning in with Shots Fired Podcast with my boy Simon Phoenix. This shit is fire. How I know? He interviewed me. Check in, tune in, clock in. Huh?